So LaVar Ball has now weighed in once again on Lonzo and the reports that his camp leaked the meniscus tear. Here is what he told TMZ at what better place than LAX. Take a look.
There's a story that broke about Lonzo's injury, that it was coming from his camp.
First of all, Lonzo don't have a camp. We're a family.
Right.
Camp is when you put a bunch of guys together that you don't know. That's a camp.
Fair enough.
But you never heard me talk. You never heard me say, oh, Lonzo's hurt. Oh, his back is hurt.
Right.
You never heard me talk
but
like that.
But the media reports are that it was to devalue his trade value.
They can say whatever they want.
So, but it didn't come from you guys, is what you're saying.
Why would it come from me? I don't talk like that.
Right.
I don't baby nothing. I don't be like, you know what? My son is hurt, and I don't think it. I'm never like that.
All right. So here's the great thing about the internet. There's receipts everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So him saying towards the end, well, I don't talk like that. I'm not going to baby him. I don't talk about his injuries. Well, let's hang on a moment. This was back 2 years ago when Lonzo was playing against Kentucky. Ball says his son, Lonzo, popped his hamstring during the loss to Kentucky. Lonzo never mentioned the injury publicly, but his father says he's never going to make excuses. Let's stop for just a moment. That's an excuse. So the report came out via NBA TV. Hey, Lonzo Ball has a meniscus tear. This came out of nowhere. The timing was obviously odd because he was in trade talks where the San Antonio Spurs were like, no. Torn meniscus, doesn't matter. We were never interested in him whatsoever, right? So then we go back to April 7th when LaVar Ball said, realistically, the three white guys comment. You can't win no championship with three white guys because the foot speed is too slow. To add to the controversy, LaVar also claims his son was dealing with the hamstring injury, even though the Bruins coach Steve Alford and the player indicated there was no injury following the loss. All right? And then let's skip ahead a little bit. People thought he was giving up, but he popped his hamstring. I was trying to run, but my hamstring was pulled, but he's never going to make excuses. And then he went on to say, you got to kill him to get off the court. If you get in a bar fight, your eyeball gets knocked out, you can't go outside and say, my eyes are hurt. You got to go in there and fight with your eye hanging out. You never leave your brothers hanging on the court. And then April 9th, Ball wore tape on the finger throughout a playoff run. We couldn't put it in a cast, LaVar went on to say, because it was playoff time. He played left-handed. Most of the time, he would act like he was going to shoot and drive to the basket. There are receipts. So
of him talking about injuries in general.
I'm sorry, like him saying this, not that he's killed his credibility, it's Lonzo's dad. So like he's automatically gonna have whatever credibility you want to attest and attribute to him. However, for him to say, I don't talk like that, you do.
So does that mean so where do you fall on whether or not he leaked it? Or
I don't know.
The family camp.
I don't know, and I don't really care. Like, if it was a power move, here's my other point is, okay, you tear your meniscus. Let's say hypothetically, they did leak it. You know how long he's gonna be out for a torn meniscus? He's apparently missing no time in the regular season. So even if they did leak it, which to that last point, I guess I'm saying they didn't. Well, he's not gonna miss any time. All you have to do if you trade for him is like, okay, we're gonna put you through some training. You're gonna be ready towards maybe the beginning, middle, or end of training camp, and you're gonna be ready for the regular season. So if a team wanted to pull the trigger on a trade, they would still get a healthy Lonzo Ball by game one.
Right, but you know, there's a lot of mystery about whether or not his career is gonna go where everyone expected it to go, especially with all the talk from his dad and everything like that, right? So then there's reason to want to leak it because you're like, we know where he wants his son to play.
Okay.
So you want to put out any kind of, again, I'm not saying this is what happened, but the reason to do it is like, oh man, trade talks to the Spurs? I don't want to go there. Let's go ahead and throw some dirt on that and be like, hey, you know, he has a bit of a meniscus tear.
Right.
You don't want that guy, right?
Right.
Especially LeBron is coming? No, you don't want that guy.
I understand that point. And look, it's totally possible that they did. I just don't think that they would. I think this would come out from somebody who maybe is in the camp, but isn't LaVar or Lonzo.
Right.
It could have been anybody else who leaked it to NBA TV or Windhorst or any other credible media member in the NBA.
They don't have a camp. Camp is full of a bunch of guys that you don't know that you put together. It's a family. His mom must have leaked it.
What are you trying to say?
There's no camp.
Camp is where you send your kids. When your parents want to have sex all summer.
That would have been better. I wish he'd have said that. He's like, there's no camp.
You know what camp is? Camp is when you want some privacy. All right, so who leaked it?
Let us know.
And what is your definition of a camp? Let us know in the comments section.
Do they have a camp?
Have you ever had a camp? When did that even start?
They're using the term
His camp. Yeah. I'd love to know that. His camp.
Yeah.
Like, it's not where you jump on trampolines and play slam ball and
It's when guys
with mother nature.
It's when guys started trusting friends and like associates from say college to help run their career rather than just some guy they met. It's an accountant who says, "Hey, give me a power of attorney. I'll take care of you."
By the way, if you trust them, winning formula. Look at LeBron James. Yep. It's better to have guys who you actually know in your camp
Absolutely.
than you would outside of. All right, comment section below. Subscribe to 2IG Sports.